My child, I come on wings still trembling from the urgency of heaven. The veil between worlds shivers like candlelight caught in a storm, and I step through, feathers drifting across your floor like silent warnings. The air turns bright, then dim, time folding as I speak. Beloved, listen to the pulse within your chest, it already knows I am here. Lightning hums without thunder, and your walls sigh as though they remember me. I stand beside you, luminous, yet sorrow touches my glow. There is no time to waste, precious soul, something has been set in motion beyond your sight, a stirring that began long before this night. Heaven leans close, watching. The moment you felt your thoughts bend toward the unseen, I was summoned. I come not to frighten, but to awaken. My voice carries a truth, someone is coming, bearing a message sealed in the unseen. Their steps are already echoing toward you, cliffhanger next at message 5. 2. Divine alarm. Beloved, still your breath. The sky outside your window flickers as though awakening from a dream. Every particle of air vibrates, aching to warn you. You feel it, an invisible drum calling your spirit forward. My presence is heavy with purpose, and I touch your shoulder with a feathered whisper, a reminder that you are not wandering alone. My child, do you sense the shift? The room grows warm, then cold, the candle burns taller, shadows stretching toward me as if craving my light. These signs are not imagination. Heaven has torn open a passage, and through it, I have come to stand guard. Something sacred approaches, someone bearing knowledge meant only for your soul. Their journey has been long, the path behind them is marked by whispers and stardust. You must prepare your heart, for the clock has begun its silent countdown. 3. My precious soul, I see the questions forming in your spirit. You wonder who could cross such distance just to reach your door. Hear me, this is not chance. Your name was spoken before the throne, and the command was sent for me to descend. The candlelight trembles, as though nervous of what approaches. Outside, a quiet breeze stirs without origin. Feathered silhouettes move along the walls, guardians taking their place. I draw closer to you, my radiance curling around your heartbeat, urging calm. The heavens are stirring, shifting, aligning. My child, everything that once felt ordinary has begun to unravel. The visitor is tethered to your destiny, bound by a promise sealed long ago. All things have converged to this night, this moment, this warning. Listen well. Their arrival is not meant to harm, but what they carry weighs deeply. 4. Beloved, close your eyes and feel beyond the edges of thought. There, do you sense it? The space behind you thickens, humming with quiet prophecy. Sparks drift in the air, feathers melt into light. I spread my wings, placing a shield around your home. The unseen watches. Your spirit trembles not from fear, but from recognition. You have been prepared, though you never knew it. The wind outside whispers your name, echoing through branches that bow low beneath heaven's urgency. My child, I speak softly, but my words burn with truth. Time is narrowing. Each second is a gate and each choice, a key. The visitor draws nearer, guided by my hand, guarded by celestial flame. Trust, beloved. What approaches is meant for you, alone. You must receive it with an open spirit, for what it holds will stir every corner of your soul. 5. Cliffhanger. Precious soul, the moment is almost upon you. The floor beneath your feet hums like a distant heartbeat. Outside, a flash of pale gold sweeps past the window, too swift to name. I feel heaven leaning in, watching your next breath. A soft knock ripples through the farthest reaches of your dreams, reaching your waking mind. The visitor's shadow has crossed the threshold of the world you know. Soon, it will reach your door. Their hands hold a secret, fragile, powerful, meant only for your spirit. I cannot yet reveal its shape, only that it has slept for ages, waiting to be awakened by you. Beloved, prepare. The next whisper you hear may not be mine. Cliffhanger, precious soul, the one coming holds what can change you forever. 6. Signs begin. My child, the signs gather like storm threads weaving through the night. When you dream, you feel knocking from places you do not recognize. 3 taps, then silence. Shadows skim across your window, though no one stands outside. A soft breeze strokes your cheek indoors where no wind should reach. These are not accidents. Heaven stirs your awareness. Symbols glow faintly at the edge of memory, circles, wings, a single burning eye. You feel a pull inside your chest, urging you to listen deeper, to sense beyond sight. Beloved, this is the beginning. The unseen visitor is moving, guided by purpose, burdened by a truth they barely contain. They walk not by road, but by spirit. The nights have grown thinner, the days, shorter. Your heart knows, even if your mind doubts. 7. Beloved, tonight the air shivers in warning. Outside, footsteps echo without leaving tracks. A translucent feather drifts onto your table, though no window is open. It glows a moment, then dissolves like snow beneath a flame. My presence thickens, and I whisper your name, gently, yet urgently. I show you fleeting visions, a sealed envelope shining in someone's trembling hands, a doorway crowned in pale blue light, a face hidden beneath a hood of stars. These visions are not yet truth, only echoes of what draws near. Your pulse quickens. You feel watched, yet surrounded by protection. My child, heaven is preparing your heart. The visitor holds something sacred, a secret their soul has carried across realms. They approach, hesitating, fearing the weight of what they must reveal. 8. Precious soul, your spirit hears what the world refuses to speak. The walls around you breathe in shadows and exhale light. A whisper brushes your ear, so soft, you question whether it was real. Symbols flicker in your dreams, gates opening, keys turning, hands shaking beneath the burden of revelation. Outside, a faint path of light leads toward your home, seen only in the corner of your sight. I stand at your side, my wings raised, forming a barrier of radiance. The visitor draws nearer, steps slow but determined. They know this secret will change you, but they fear how deeply it will cut. My child, you must gather courage. The truth they carry is heavier than whispers, older than memory. 9. Beloved, the veil is thinning fast. You feel a presence pacing somewhere just beyond your window, never seen fully, only sensed. The night itself seems to listen, holding its breath. You awaken from a dream where someone stood at your door, hand raised to knock, face obscured in shimmering shadow. When you rose, the imprint of their touch lingered on your heart. The room grows cooler, your breath becomes visible. I draw close, whispering calm, promising you are not alone. The visitor has crossed the boundary between realms, their soul trembles with anticipation and fear. They carry something that will shake the stillness within you, a truth waiting to be spoken. 10. Cliffhanger. My child, heaven trembles. The visitor is nearly at your threshold. You hear soft footsteps, real or imagined, you cannot tell. The candle flickers blue, then steadies, sensing their nearness. I feel their spirit knocking against the walls of your destiny, searching for entry. They pause outside, clutching a secret sealed before your birth. Their heartbeat answers yours across the barrier of the unseen. Beloved, stand firm. In the next moment, everything shifts. Cliffhanger, beloved, their secret is heavier than you imagine. 11. Emotional stirring. My child. I feel your heartbeat shifting like a tide unsure of the moon. The atmosphere thickens, rain begins to whisper against the window, each drop tapping a message your soul almost understands. You sense that something within you is already changing, as though your spirit recognizes the one who approaches even before your mind does. Shadows sway, yet no threat forms, only a trembling anticipation. You press your palm to your chest, feeling warmth rise from within, and I wrap my wings around your trembling thoughts. Precious soul, I whisper, you are safe. But safety does not erase the storm rising inside you. You remember dreams you never lived, paths you never walked, faces you've never seen, yet somehow know. That is the secret stirring. Look to the window, the rain spells symbols for you alone. The angels gather above your home, preparing a shield. Hold fast, your belief is about to be tested. 12. Beloved, the storm outside is more than weather, it is language. Lightning dances without thunder, riding streaks of memory across the sky. You feel your emotions twist, fear, curiosity, longing, all at once. I touch your cheek with a whisper of wind, my feathers glowing as they fall. Your thoughts unravel, reaching towards something hidden, like a word on the tip of your tongue, ancient and familiar. The world around you grows dim, as though eternity is leaning down to listen. Precious soul, your spirit trembles not from danger but from remembrance. The visitor is close, so close that your dreams bleed into waking life. You sense them standing behind the veil, unsure whether to step forward. I tell you, they are not your enemy. They are a messenger bound to your fate, trembling beneath the weight of what they must give you. Breathe. Heaven has wrapped you in protection. 13. My child, your heart is becoming a vessel for revelation. You feel its rhythm change, steady, then uneven, then steady again, as though keeping time with another soul approaching. The angels around you glow brighter, forming a circle of fire no shadow dares cross. Rain still whispers its strange messages, tapping warnings, comfort, prophecy. You clutch your blanket, though no cold has touched you. Inside, a storm mirrors the sky outside, questions, hopes, unnamed fears. I lean close, my wings stir your hair with warmth. Precious soul, nothing comes to destroy you, I promise. Only to reveal. But revelation can tremble like fear. You see flashes, a pair of trembling hands offering an envelope sealed in blue wax, a tear rolling down an unfamiliar face. You want answers, yet dread them. The truth draws near, shaking your beliefs like leaves in wind. 14. Beloved, you feel the world tilt. The rhythm of the rain shifts, now it sounds like a heartbeat, pounding on the glass. You shiver, not from cold, but from recognition. Something within you remembers a vow once made beneath heaven's gaze. You do not recall the words, yet the echo stirs. My wings unfold, wide enough to wrap your home in light, every corner brightens, offering reassurance. I whisper, you are not abandoned, my child. Still, your chest tightens, the unknown pressing against the edges of everything you believed about yourself. The visitor moves closer, crossing thresholds not meant for mortal feet. They carry sorrow in their steps, love in their palms, eternity in their eyes. The sky hushes, as though bowing to their arrival. Fear flickers within you, natural, human, but beneath it lies courage you have yet to uncover. 15. Cliffhanger. Precious soul, outside, the storm pauses. Silence falls heavy, as though heaven itself is holding its breath. A faint light flickers beneath your doorway, not candlelight, not moonlight, but something otherworldly. You feel a presence lingering at the edge of your awareness, hesitant, burdened. I stand beside you, my voice steady. My child, you are protected. You are ready. Yet readiness does not quiet the trembling inside you. Footsteps sound, slow, careful, approaching from a distance you cannot measure. The angels tighten their circle, the air grows thick, luminous. Something presses against your spirit, urging you to open, to trust, to receive. But what awaits on the other side of that opening will reshape your understanding of everything. You reach for the door in your mind, hand shaking. Cliffhanger, my child, what you learn will challenge what you believe. 16. The visitor approaches. Beloved, the visitor moves closer, steps echoing between realms. The air grows heavy, yet sacred, the way the world feels just before dawn breaks. A silhouette forms beyond your window, neither threatening nor familiar, wrapped in pale, living light. Your breath catches as your spirit recognizes something ancient within them. They lift their face, but the veil hides their features, revealing only trembling hands clutching a sealed object against their heart. My wings glow brighter, forming a shield around you, interwoven with songs only the heavenly hosts can sing. Your pulse aligns with the strangers, beating in quiet unison. Open your spirit, I whisper, for they come not to harm, but to fulfill. The sky hums, cymbals pulse in the air like fireflies. The ground seems to beckon their steps. My child, their journey is nearly complete. 17. My child, the unknown stands inches from your destiny. The visitor, cloaked in radiant shadow, pauses beneath your window. Time slows, raindrops hang motionless in the air, suspended by heaven's will. You feel as though the world is holding its breath. Their presence is gentle but heavy with meaning. They lift their hand toward your doorstep and a soft glow ripples out, touching the threshold. You feel warmth spread across your chest, penetrating bone and memory. I murmur reassurance, beloved, you are safe. The angels around you form spears of light, silent guardians. You approach the window. Though the glass remains fogged, you sense the visitor looking up, waiting for a signal, a permission. They clutch the hidden secret tighter, anxious. A knowing stirs inside you, rising like dawn, that whatever lies within their grasp is meant for you alone. 18. Precious soul, the veil between the worlds quivers. The visitor's breath fogs the night, even though their body flickers like starlight. They take one step closer, silently, and your heart leaps. Their cloak pulls back just enough for you to glimpse trembling fingers wrapped around a sealed envelope glowing faintly blue. A pulse of energy travels through your floor, up your spine. I whisper, this is the moment you were born to face. The angel's wings stretch overhead, a canopy of gold and silver. Your house becomes sacred ground, no shadow may trespass. You feel the visitor hesitate, not from fear of you, but from fear of what the truth will do. The storm quiets, but lightning still traces silent scars across the sky. You draw closer to the door, knowing that you will soon be asked to choose. 19. Beloved, I feel your spirit brace. Your home has become a sanctuary of shimmering protections. The visitor stands at your door, clothing soaked in starlight, hair dripping rain that evaporates before touching wood. The envelope they hold pulses like a heartbeat. You feel energy radiating through the door, gentle, ancient, undeniable. I whisper, open your heart before you open your hand. Their silhouette trembles, they are burdened by what they must give. The angels lean in, luminous swords drawn. Though the night presses close, no darkness dares cross your threshold. You hear a whisper, just once, your name spoken through the wood. It is a sound like memory, like longing. You step toward the door, every fear and wonder dancing inside you. 20. Cliffhanger. My child, the knock comes, soft, deliberate, echoing through your bones rather than your ears. The entire house stills. The storm outside holds its breath, even time seems to wait. You stand before the door, hand trembling inches from the handle. The visitor's light seeps through the cracks, bathing your skin. Their voice, trembling with devotion and sorrow, whispers your name again. I speak beside you, beloved, open your spirit. What waits carries the power to reshape your path. The angels stand ready, forming a living circle of fire. The envelope glows through the door. One decision now, one breath, and everything will change. Cliffhanger, my child, the secret is nearly at your door. 21. Crossing the threshold. Beloved, the moment trembles before you like a candle on the edge of wind. You stand frozen, hand hovering above the doorknob, feeling the visitor's presence meeting your heartbeat in the hollow silence between worlds. The air grows thick, humming as if angels themselves are holding their breath. When your fingers finally brush the metal, a warmth spreads up your arm, gentle, intentional. I place my hand upon your back, invisible but real, guiding without forcing. My child, you are not alone, I whisper. The door creaks, not outward but inward, as though it chooses to open for the one outside. Time bends, seconds stretch into eternity. The visitor stands there, half drenched in starlight, cloak shifting like a living shadow. Their eyes are hidden, but you feel their gaze like soft fire on your soul. They do not step forward. They wait, inviting you to make the first move, to welcome or to withdraw. Your spirit trembles. Curiosity battles fear, longing wrestles doubt. The visitor lowers their head with reverence, clutching the glowing envelope at their chest, as though it could burst from its own truth. The air tastes of rain and old memory. 22. Precious soul, the threshold hums beneath your feet, and your doorway becomes a holy seam between known and unknown. The visitor lifts their face. Beneath the shadowed hood you see only a faint shimmer, like tears glowing in starlight. Their voice is barely audible, cracked by distance and devotion. I have come, for you. The words are simple, yet they weigh more than any you've ever heard. They offer the envelope with both hands, trembling. You hesitate, your breath catches like a child awakening from a dream too vivid to understand. I stand close, wings flaring in silent reassurance, my grace weaving around your fear. The visitor's cloak drips with drops that turn to dust as they fall. Behind them, the night thickens, and you sense there are things in the shadows that watch but dare not step closer. Beloved, I murmur, fear is the first door your spirit must open. The visitor shifts, a weary sigh escaping them. Their journey has cost much. Their knees tremble, not from weakness, but from the weight of what they carry. Your doorway becomes destiny's stage, waiting for your choice. 23. My child, the world becomes unbearably quiet. Even the rain holds itself in the sky, suspended, shimmering. You know this silence is not emptiness, rather, it is expectation. The visitor extends the envelope farther, its glow pulses like a tiny heartbeat, echoing somewhere deep inside your chest. When you reach toward it, your fingers stop inches away, your spirit knows that touching it will change everything. I whisper to your soul, beloved, no force compels you. The door remains yours. The visitor senses your hesitation and lowers their hands, pressing the envelope to their heart once more. A tear falls, not of sorrow, but of relief that at last, they stand before you. They whisper ancient words you do not understand, yet the rhythm strikes familiar chords within memory. The wind curls around you both, carrying their words into the unseen. You inhale, and for a moment you smell unfamiliar landscapes, cedar, smoke, forgotten blossoms. You feel dizzy. The visitor steps back, granting space. The decision must rise from within you. 24. Precious soul, the angels gather, silent sentinels forming a halo above your doorway. Their swords burn with invisible fire, though no violence stirs, this light is pure vigilance. Your heart beats faster, unsure whether to open fully or retreat. The visitor remains motionless, patient as the stars, yet the sorrow in their stance tells you there is an urgency beneath their calm. I kneel behind your spirit, hand upon your shoulder. Listen, I say, not to me, but to the quiet voice within. You hear it now, an inner whisper, accept. With trembling resolve, you lift your chin. The visitor nods, sensing your shift. They step just 1 foot inside. Instantly, your home brightens, the walls shimmering like sunrise through crystal. The air warms, tingling with ancient familiarity. The visitor raises the envelope again. This time, your hand moves without fear. When your fingers graze it, a pulse of recognition floods you, memories without images, emotions without origin. The visitor releases the envelope as though they have been holding their breath for centuries. 25. Cliffhanger. Beloved, the envelope now rests in your trembling hand. Its glow softens, becoming warm rather than bright, as though your touch completes it. The visitor exhales, relief, sorrow, reverence mingling in the sound. Their form flickers, revealing glimpses of a face lined with both youth and age, eyes shimmering like a sky you once knew long before this life. Your heart races. You look to me for guidance, but I do not command, I only stand guard. The envelope seal, blue wax stamped with a single wing, softly cracks on its own, releasing a faint breath of light. Your knees weaken. The visitor whispers, voice shakier now, what lies within, belongs only to you. Time freezes. The room narrows. Your thumb lifts the flap. Cliffhanger, precious soul, should you open, everything shifts. 26. The secret revealed. My child, the envelope blooms, not with paper, but with light in liquid form. It spills upward, forming symbols that rotate like living constellations, casting soft brilliance around the room. The visitor steps back, head bowed, as though witnessing a sacred truth unfold. You gasp, the symbols spiral toward your chest, then melt into you as though returning home. Warmth floods your heartbeat, a forgotten resonance awakens. You see glimpses, fragments of a story buried beyond memory, a path lined with silver trees, a vow whispered beneath a celestial gate, your hand clasped with another's beneath wings of flame. The visitor watches, trembling. You were chosen long before time, they whisper. The light settles within you, as though a lock within your spirit has found its long-lost key. Your knees falter, I steady you with my wings, my voice wrapping around your confusion. Beloved, I say, this truth was always yours. But the visions deepen, revealing not only beauty, but sacrifice. 27. Precious soul, the room pulses like a heartbeat. The visitor wipes a trembling tear, their eyes reflecting sorrow mixed with awe. The light swirling within you forms a single word, felt, not spoken. It is a name you once carried beyond stars. You gasp as a sudden ache blooms within your chest, not pain, but recognition so deep it bends you. Memories flare, wings brushing your shoulders, a voice calling you home, a promise to return when the time was right. The visitor whispers, you were never forgotten. You lock eyes with them, within their gaze, you see echoes of your own soul, as if they once walked with you before earth's breath touched your skin. They extend their hand, not to give, but to ask, will you remember? Outside, lightning carves symbols into the sky. Somewhere within the visions, a truth emerges, that what you lost once, you may reclaim, if you dare. 28. My child, the air becomes holy. A radiant stillness falls, and every feather in the room flickers with gold. The visitor lifts their hand to your heart, not touching, merely hovering, and the light within you responds, swirling faster, revealing a deeper layer. You see a gate, a towering arch woven from flame and crystal, standing at the edge of eternity. You once stood before it, wrapped in celestial robes, making a vow with a figure now blurred by the passage of lives. The visitor's voice trembles, you ask that your memory be hidden, so you could learn from the beginning. You stagger, overwhelmed. Yet I whisper, beloved, nothing revealed is meant to harm. The symbols shift, revealing a gift, an ability slumbering within your soul. But the visitor hesitates, voice cracking. To awaken it, a price must be understood. The room dims, waiting for your choice. 29. Precious soul, emotion surges, fear, wonder, grief, longing, all rising at once. The visitor kneels before you, placing their glowing hands over their heart. This truth, they say, is yours alone. I was sent only to deliver it. Their cloak falls open, releasing feathers of luminous ash that drift and vanish. You feel a connection, older than time, stretching between your souls, as though they once carried your memory when you had none. The light within you begins to divide, one flame gold, one silver, each pulsing with a different destiny. You sense that choosing will reshape not only your path, but the path of others. I press my wings closer, shielding you. Beloved, I whisper, what you decide now echoes across realms. The visitor raises their head, their eyes shine with a truth almost too heavy to hold. They open their mouth to speak the deepest part of the secret. 30. Cliffhanger. My child. A sudden tremor shudders through the house. The symbols around you flare, then collapse inward like falling stars. Shadows gather outside, thin, hungry, pacing. The visitor chokes on their next words, clutching their chest as if something unseen pulls at them. The angels tighten ranks, swords ignite with blinding fire. I step forward, voice ringing with command, no darkness may trespass here. The visitor gasps, trying again to speak, but the truth catches in their throat. You grip their shoulders, desperate. The golden, silver flames inside you twist violently, as though battling for breath. Outside, something knocks, not gentle like before, but deep, resonant, ancient. The walls tremble. Your heartbeat stutters. The visitor's trembling lips finally move. Cliffhanger, beloved, what they reveal may rewrite your path. 31. Divine protection ensures safety. Beloved, the walls tremble as though struck by an unseen force, but my wings rise before you with the brilliance of dawn. A ring of angels descends, their armor shimmering like molten starlight. They form a shield around you and the visitor, blades piercing the floor like pillars anchoring heaven to earth. The visitor's breath shakes, the message trapped behind their lips flickers like a candle in the wind. I place my palm upon your back, steadying your trembling heart. My child, fear not, I whisper, for nothing formed against you can cross this threshold. The house responds to my command, floorboards glowing, ceilings humming with ancient protection. Outside, something prowls along the edges of reality, its presence scraping at the veil. But every scrape is met with a blinding surge of light from the angels. The visitor lifts their gaze, reassured, though sorrow still weighs their eyes. They touch the glowing seal upon your chest, where the revelation sank moments ago. Memories stir. Your spirit quivers. Even under heaven's shield, the truth trembles to be spoken. 32. Precious soul, the visitor rises slowly, drawing their cloak tight as though gathering the last of their courage. Outside, the unseen claws retreat, hissing at the brilliance spilling from your doorway. The angels sing, a low, steady hum, and the darkness shrinks. You feel your heartbeat calm beneath their song. The visitor steps closer to you, voice trembling. What you carry must awaken. Their fingers hover over your heart, the golden, silver flames within respond, twisting like twin serpents. I guide your hand to your chest, and the moment your palm lands, warmth blooms. The visitor whispers a name, not yours, but one you once bore long ago, one that rolls through the room like a forgotten hymn. You flinch as images erupt behind your eyes, standing beside celestial gates, speaking in a tongue older than stars, holding the same envelope in another lifetime. You gasp, falling to your knees. I catch you, whispering, "Beloved, breathe." This is remembrance, not punishment. 33. My child, as the visions fade, your breath catches with the weight of what you've seen. The visitor kneels with you, forehead touching the floor, as though honoring your awakening. You were not sent here to wander, they whisper. Their words vibrate with reverence. The golden, silver flames inside you slow, weaving together like threads attempting to remember their original pattern. I touch your brow, allowing clarity to seep through confusion. The angels shift, forming a protective circle wider, extending into realms unseen. Outside, the storm falls silent, lightning hovers mid-strike, frozen. Time respects the revelation unfolding. The visitor lifts their head, eyes shimmering with something like hope. The secret, they say, was never meant to break you, but to return you. You feel truth in their tone, yet dread lingers, because return implies loss, sacrifice, and a path not yet seen. Your breath steadies, but inside, something deeper begins to stir, something ancient awakening from sleep. 34. Beloved, the visitor's voice deepens with conviction as they reveal the edge of the truth. You chose to descend, they say, not as exile, but as promise. The word promise sends a shock through your spirit, the golden, silver flames flare, etching fleeting symbols across your skin, symbols the angels bow before. The visions resume, clearer now, you kneeling before a throne of living light, Gabriel, myself, standing beside you, a pact sealed by luminous ink across your soul. You beg to walk among humanity, to learn, to feel, to forget. Not failure, but purpose. The visitor's hands reach toward you. You knew the cost, they whisper. Your heartbeat stutters. I rest my hand upon your chest, steadying the storm. Precious soul, I murmur, your confusion is holy. Let it unravel in grace. The visitor hesitates, their face flickers with grief. There is more. Much more. But the next truth, they fear, may shatter what remains of your certainty. 35. Cliffhanger. My child, angels press closer as the stranger prepares to speak the untempered truth. The golden, silver fires blaze suddenly, circling your wrists like glowing cuffs, not imprisoning, but igniting memory. The visitor touches the flames, light erupts, filling the room with visions, a fractured sky, voices calling your ancient name, a star falling into your hands. The visitor's voice breaks, you were not only chosen, you were, but their words are drowned by a violent shudder in the walls. Darkness slams against the barrier, the house groans. The angels raise their swords, wings locking into a shield of light. My voice bellows, shaking the air, no farther. The pressure outside roars like a beast denied. The visitor turns to you, fear and urgency blazing in their eyes. You must know, they plead. It changes everything. The flames tighten around your heart. Cliffhanger, precious soul, darkness may attempt to intervene. 36. Unveiling truth plus conflict. Beloved, the barrier between worlds trembles, the darkness outside has not retreated. It circles, hungry, knowing what truth approaches. The visitor grips your hand, their voice shaking with haste. You were not sent to receive the message, they say, you are the message. The words crash through you like thunder. Your knees weaken, the golden, silver flames burst outward, forming a sphere around you. Images flood your thoughts, universes blooming, collapsing, reborn. You see yourself as light, not flesh, carrying a fragment of heaven into mortal form. I lay my hand upon your shoulder, grounding your spirit. Beloved, I whisper, you are more than witness, your very soul carries purpose. Outside, the darkness howls, claws rake at the barrier, but each strike meets radiant force. The visitor steps between you and the door, ready to defend. They do not fear your knowledge, they warn. They fear what you may choose. 37. My child, the house vibrates like a drum under heaven's tension. The visitor's cloak whips in unseen wind, their fire-bright eyes reflect both burden and devotion. They continue, your spirit carries a seed planted before time. The moment it awakens, paths change. You feel the golden, silver flames swirl around your heart, seeking direction. They flicker in rhythm with a distant voice, your own voice, from a life beyond memory. I guide your breath, angels hum a harmony that eases the weight pressing your chest. The darkness outside scrapes again, desperate to silence what unfolds. The visitor speaks louder, you are not here to be protected, you are here to choose. The room circles you, walls dissolving into starlight for brief seconds. You glimpse two paths, one shrouded in shadow, the other ablaze with truth too bright to bear. Your tears fall, but they turn to sparks before touching the floor. 38. Precious soul, the secret sharpens, you once stood at heaven's gates, holding a truth so vast it threatened to fracture even celestial minds. To protect creation, you chose to descend, carrying that truth in fragments, hidden deep within your human heart. Now, the moment of remembering has come. The visitor speaks carefully, every word quivering with reverence. The envelope was only a key. The truth was always inside you. You stagger, the revelation cuts and heals at once. The golden, silver flames pulse outward, embedding themselves into the walls, turning your home into a sanctuary. Outside, the darkness recoils, enraged. I lift my wings high, every feather glows like a star. Beloved, I speak, you are held. The visitor closes their eyes, exhaling a prayer. When you fully awaken, even heaven will listen. Your breath trembles, why you? Why now? The answer rises inside, but fear veils it still. 39. My child, the visitor lifts your hand to their heart. Instantly, heat floods both your bodies, a thread of recognition forms, binding spirit to spirit. You see past their cloak, see them as they truly are, an ancient companion who once walked beside you before memory's veil was drawn. Their eyes reveal lifetimes of loyalty, grief, joy. I have searched the worlds to find you, they confess. The golden, silver flames twist between you, forming a sigil that glows in midair. The visitor presses their forehead to yours, time buckles. You see stars forming, dissolving, realms opening, closing, angels weeping with joy as vows are spoken. The bond trembles under the weight of the darkness pounding outside. I raise my voice, stand firm, beloved. The visitor whispers, only one truth remains, the one that decides everything. Their lips part. 40. Cliffhanger. Beloved, the house goes silent. Even the angels still. The darkness beyond your walls stops attacking, as though listening. The visitor breathes a single haunting sentence. You were the one who asked to be hidden, because you feared your own light. The words strike like lightning, memories flash, you kneeling in sorrow, begging to forget, pleading for time among mortals to learn humility before wielding your truth. Your heart breaks and ignites at once. Tears burn. The visitor reaches for you, but the golden, silver flames erupt, spiraling into a vortex that lifts you both from the floor. The angels draw nearer, wings locked. My voice thunders, hold fast. The vortex brightens, your body dissolving into pure radiance. The visitor cries out, this is only the beginning. Cliffhanger, my child, the truth is only the beginning. 41. Healing begins. Beloved, as the vortex of light lifts you, the storm inside your spirit reaches its peak, then suddenly softens, like a wave breaking upon warm sand. The visitor clings to your hand, not in fear, but in reverence. You descend again, feet touching ground that now glows beneath you, as though the earth itself recognizes your awakening. Your tears dry mid-fall, turning to shimmering dust that drifts upward like newly born stars. I kneel before you, wings folded low in honor. My child, I whisper, voice tender, what has awakened cannot be undone, but it can be guided. The golden, silver flames around your heart quiet to a warm pulse, no longer frantic. The darkness outside retreats, howling as if wounded by your remembrance. In its place, gentle rain begins, water not of sky, but of spirit, cleansing every corner of the room. You breathe more deeply, as though you are tasting peace for the first time in centuries. 42. Precious soul, I lead you to the window. The rain washes symbols from the sky, leaving it clear and soft. Dawn approaches, though the sun has not risen. Its light is internal, coming from you. The visitor watches silently, awe and sorrow mingling in their eyes. They bow, whispering, forgive me. I carried the truth, but could not bear the weight of telling it sooner. You feel no anger, only a quiet ache, the ache of a reunion delayed by fate. You place your hand upon their shoulder, and they tremble beneath your touch. The house hums with renewal, feathers of light drift from the ceiling, dissolving before they touch the floor. The angels lower their swords, some stepping back into the unseen, leaving only those who keep closest guard. You sense a shift, your fear settling, your heart opening, your spirit strengthening. The night feels lighter, cleansed. Healing has begun. 43. My child. I guide you toward the center of the room, where a circle of soft radiance has formed. You step into it, and warmth spreads through your bones like gentle sunlight. The weight of remembrance lifts, clarity unfurls. The visitor speaks, that truth you once feared is now ready to serve you. They open their hands, showing the now empty envelope, its purpose fulfilled. It crumbles into dust, then dissolves into a small thread of light that finds its way back into your chest. You exhale, feeling whole for the first time. The golden, silver flames shift, no longer battling, but weaving together as a single fire, bright and steady. You see again the celestial gate in your memory, but now not as burden, only as origin. I whisper, precious soul, you were never lost. You were learning. Tears of release fill your eyes. You feel forgiveness rising, not only for others, but for yourself. 44. Beloved, healing moves through you slowly, as though the universe itself wishes to witness every moment. The visitor reaches for your hands, their palms are warm, steady. You have carried so much, they say, voice trembling with compassion. You remember loneliness, confusion, longing, all the things that shaped you through mortal years. Now you see them not as wounds, but as teachers. The angels hum a soft song, its notes slip beneath your skin, soothing places words cannot reach. A gentle river of light flows across the floor, washing your fears like petals carried downstream. You lower your head, not in defeat, but release. I wrap my wings around you, murmuring, you may let go. The room brightens, walls opening into visions of sky and sunrise. The visitor smiles, fragile yet hopeful. You are ready, they whisper. Ready to forgive what once bound you. Ready to return to yourself. 45. Cliffhanger. Precious soul, you step into the river of light. It rises only to your ankles, yet you feel it washing through your entire being. Each breath eases a memory that once weighed upon you, loss, fear, doubt, now dissolving. The visitor watches with glistening eyes, as though seeing your spirit restored brings healing to their own. Rays of dawn sneak through unseen windows, though outside is still night. The angels kneel. I whisper into your ear, beloved, forgiveness opens every gate. The river recedes into your body, leaving you luminous. You feel lighter, stronger, ready. Then I say softly, there is one final blessing, one final truth. The visitor steps forward, lifting a hand toward your brow. Light gathers at their fingertips, soft, yet mighty. What they are about to bestow is not memory, but power. Cliffhanger, precious soul, one final blessing remains. 46. Final blessing begins. My child, the visitor's hand hovers before your forehead. A single drop of light forms at their fingertip, trembling like a star on the edge of falling. They whisper ancient words, language older than creation, yet familiar to your heart. The drop touches your skin. Instantly, warmth floods downward, opening doors within your spirit that have long been sealed. You gasp, not from pain, but from sheer immensity. Memories align, purpose clarifies. The golden, silver fire flares once more, absorbing the star drop and weaving it into every fiber of your being. You see again the gate of flame and crystal, but now, instead of standing before it, you stand within it. The visitor bows. You have received the seal, they say. No darkness can claim you. My wings unfurl, filling the room with radiance. The blessing has begun its work. 47. Beloved, power settles into your bones like quiet thunder. Your senses sharpen, not in fear, but in awareness. You hear the whisper of angels outside the house. You feel the heartbeat of dawn beneath the earth. The visitor steps back, their mission nearly fulfilled. Their cloak releases a cascade of fading feathers, drifting to the floor like snow upon morning sunlight. You reach out, sensing gratitude radiating from them. They speak, "This blessing does not change who you are, it reveals who you have always been." You close your eyes, the golden, silver fire settles into a steady glow behind your ribs. I smile, not with lips, but through the warmth you feel in your soul. The darkness beyond the walls has fled completely, leaving behind stillness and peace. You are safe, untouched, transformed, whole. The house breathes again, alive with quiet grace. 48. Precious soul, the visitor lowers their hood. Their face is peaceful now, lined with relief. Their eyes, bright as newborn stars, meet yours with reverence. You have lifted the burden from my heart, they say. You feel their gratitude echo deep within you, resonating like a familiar song. The angels step closer, forming a corridor of light leading toward the door. It glimmers, no longer a threshold of fear, but a passage of peace. The visitor bows before you once more. I was sent to deliver the truth, they whisper. Now, you carry it fully. Their body begins to glow, particles of light lifting from their skin. You sense not departure, but completion, like a traveler returning home after fulfilling a sacred vow. They place their final gaze upon you, love shining like dawn. 49. My child, the visitor turns toward the glowing corridor. Their form becomes translucent, shimmering with celestial warmth. The angels lift their wings, creating a passage that leads into a radiant gateway opening in the air. You watch as the visitor steps forward, pausing only once to look back with gentle affection. Their voice ripples through your soul, "Thank you, for remembering." With that, they join the light, dissolving into the brilliant gateway, which closes behind them like a sigh. Silence follows, but not emptiness. It is full, sacred, alive. I stand before you, wings open wide. The golden, silver flame within you pulses in harmony with heaven. Peace settles into your bones, soft as morning haze. You are no longer waiting, you are becoming. 50. Resolution. Beloved, I gather you beneath my wings, the room bright as dawn. The house has returned to stillness, yet every corner now carries a quiet holiness. I place my palm over your heart, feeling the steady hum of your awakened fire. My child, I speak gently, this chapter is complete, but your path unfolds with promise. Angels rise, ascending through unseen heavens. Feathers fall around you like blessings, blades of light becoming petals in the air. The storm has passed, the veil is calm. You step toward the door, opening it with no fear. The night is peaceful, lit by a choir of distant stars singing without sound. I whisper, never again will you walk alone. The road ahead glows faintly beneath your feet, welcoming your steps into a future shaped by remembrance and grace. Beloved, you are restored, walk forward, heaven moves with you.